All right, we're here with Robert Arnold, winner of the Chicago two-day major at Fire Lake and Deere Run. The man played exquisitely. I played with him on Saturday, and I can firmly congratulate the man on first place in a
Thank you.
well-played weekend. Here you are, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tight fight with Larry on the front nine.
Yep.
And then you took over on the back nine, shooting 34. Tell me
Correct.
about your round today.
Well, tough start, just trying to get it in the fairway. Got some trouble in some bunkers. Ended up with a 9 on hole 4. And then ended up not missing a green after that, going 5 under and making pretty solid. So I made some pretty good putts and then just good course management.
Excellent round today. What was the key to pulling out champ flight?
I think just trying to play the safer route, just keeping in the fairway. Watching the TPC Deere Run last week, John Deere Classic, it's really important to be in the fairways. The rough was really tough here at Deere Run and Fyre Lake yesterday. So just trying to keep in the fairway and control some shots.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Here we are at the Chicago Golf Week 2-day with Fire Lake and TPC Deere Run. I'm here with the A-Flight winner, Cale Atterbury, who had years of not playing and winning our tour, but now he's got back-to-back weeks between Pine Meadow and Deere Run. So, sir, congratulations on a couple of great weeks.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Here's the trophy.
All right.
Cale, congratulations. Great playing today.
Thank you.
Played with you yesterday. Went 44-35 yesterday, plus 9. Even par on the back 9. What'd you play? What'd you shoot today?
43-33.
43-33. So you were 17 over on front nines and 3 under on back nines for the weekend.
Yeah, one way to do it.
That's one way to do it. What was the key to turning it around?
Started hitting some fairways, hitting a lot of greens, and didn't hit it in tall stuff. So a lot easier golf course when you're in the fairway.
Yesterday, you struggled with the driver on the front 9, and then you just absolutely striped it on the back 9. At one point, I was 1 stroke ahead of you going to the 13th tee. I finished at 91. You finished at 79. That's how different our back 9s were.
Yeah.
Today, 43 on the front, 33 on the back, 3 under par on the back 9 to win by a bunch.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good golf course.
All right, we're here with Bryce Mazzone. Welcome to a playoff.
Thank you.
Jesse?
Yes.
We have a sudden death playoff in the B flight for the Chicago Golf Week 2-day between Fire Lake and Deere Run. We're here on Deere Run at the first hole. We look forward to seeing what these gentlemen can do.
All right, we are here at TPC Deere Run, final round of our 2-day major. We're here with our B Flight winner, Bryce Mazzone, winning in a playoff, and not only winning in a playoff, but finishing his final round birdie eagle par to force the playoff, and then winning on the first playoff hole. So with that, you get this trophy that you told me looked like a claret jug. There you go.
Yep.
And we had 27 players in the B Flight today, so first place, a cool 600 for you.
Nice.
How about that?
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bryce, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Which tour are you from?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis tour.
Mhm.
All the way out here, about 5-hour drive for you.
Just over 4, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And come out for a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you shoot today?
77.
77. 3-3-4 finish on the par 3, par 5, par 4.
2, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
2-3-4 finish to go 3 under the last 3 to get into the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
In the playoff, what'd you hit off the tee, off of number 1?
3 wood.
3 wood. How
Mhm.
far did you have in?
About 160.
And what'd you hit?
8 iron.
8 iron to about 8 feet or so,
Mm-hmm.
and just missed a putt, but tapped in for par for a winner.
Yes.
Tell me about your round. How'd you get to 77 today? What was the key to shooting 77?
You know what they always say: keep it in front of you, right? The rough is pretty brutal out here. I think I only hit driver maybe 3 times in the whole round, so just try to play it down, keep it in front of me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
playing today.
Appreciate it.
Anthony, yes, you guys have both played well over 2 days. We have a sudden death playoff for the C Flight. Please play it ready. I believe we flipped a tee already. So, Andy, you're up, ready to go.
All right, back here at TPC Deere Run for our 2-day major here with our C Flight winner, celebrating a milestone birthday this weekend. Hell of a trip for you, and coming out with a win in a playoff as well. Andy Quinton shooting an 86 today to take it home. Cool 500 for you, and a nice little claret jug looking thing. Appreciate you coming out. Hope you had a good time. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for everything.
Andy, congratulations.
Thank you.
What'd you shoot in the 2 days?
I think 92.86.
92.86. That's solid playing for C Flight.
Yeah.
What was the key to shooting 86 today?
Well, I had the birdie 18 to get into a playoff, so
Great
that
job.
was
In the playoff, what'd you hit off the first tee?
about 5 wood.
And then what'd you hit? What do you have into the green?
About 158. I hit an 8 iron.
Just came up a little short, chipped it to about 3 feet, made the putt for par, and a winner. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, we are back here at TPC Deere Run, our final winner of the day in our 2-day major at Fyre Lake and Deere Run. Winning the D Flight, Julie Kruger, shooting a 91 yesterday to take a lead, and then held onto that cushion all day long. And so for your win, you get a cool 500
Thank you.
and this trophy that looks a little bit like a claret jug because it's that time of the season. So great playing. There you go. Great playing. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming out. Great having
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me about your round today.
Oh gosh, today it was long and hard. This is a very difficult course. The rough was crazy, but I just made enough good shots to hang on barely.
It was tight coming down 18. Tell me about
Okay.
18.
18, We both had good drives, and then he hit his shot over here in the grandstand, and I duffed my shot, so I was over by the water a little bit, chipped up right. He had a great chip down to the green. He was putting for par. I chipped up to about 6 feet. I was putting for double. He made like a 40-foot putt for par, which he hadn't been making putts all day. So I had to make the 6-foot putt to win by 1. So
6-footer to win.
It wasn't an
2-day
easy 6-footer either.
6-footer to win a 2-day championship.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. The day after Fire Lake and TPC Deere Run. With me, as always, Bill Persecki, tour director in Chicago. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Had a great event this weekend, and yeah, it's a little bittersweet, a little bit that it's over. We've been looking forward to it since the fall, so now we got to wait a whole nother year to do it again. But it was a great weekend, I thought.
Yeah, I did too. 2 fantastic courses to play at, and they were both in top-notch condition.
Mhm.
The TPC just a week out from the PGA playing on that course. Talk about the winners here a little bit. In Champ Flight, a guy from Charlotte flies all the way up here and plays excellent golf, especially in the back 9 on Sunday.
Yeah, he struggled early in the round, and because we were playing together, he struggled early in the round and put up some couple high numbers early on the round. But it was impressive to watch how he just kind of held it together. Yeah, didn't really lose his cool or anything like that. Wound up making 5 birdies on the day, and just pulled away with it. He had a 1-shot lead going into Sunday and had bad start, lost the lead. I think he was down to Larry by like 3 at one point, and then just rattled off some birdies and got back in it. So Robert Arnold from the Charlotte Tour is your Champ Flight champion. And we may not have seen the last of him in Chicago, actually. He was telling me that he's gonna he's getting, I don't know if he's getting permanently transferred up to Chicago, but he's gonna have a lot of reasons for work to be in the Chicago area either later this season or definitely next season. So we may not have seen the last of him in the Champ Flight. So yeah, he flew up for this one, but he'll be around most likely a little bit more either later this year or next year. But really solid player, good guy, good to he was my cart partner for the day, so good guy to hang out with. So he have to watch his name if he comes back out again for sure.
Yeah, that's not good news for Champ Flight players, having a guy like that. And then we just added Matthew Payne in the offseason.
Right.
Jake Geary is a guy that could just roll out of bed and shoot 73 anytime he wants.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It'll be it'll be a tough test. It's already a tough test in Champ Flight. So, but no, I personally, I love the competition. So I hope he comes back out. But it was fun to watch that round from him yesterday, the way he got back in it.
Moving down to A Flight, Cale, back-to-back wins. In fact, he lost in a playoff in the tournament he played prior to the 2
That's
wins.
true.
So
that's true. He lost in a playoff at Randall Oaks, I believe it was. And then he won Pine Meadow, and then he won this past weekend. So he was a late entry into the field. He was the last guy to fill out the field, finally got him off the waiting list to get in there, and all of a sudden he wins. So I could see why he was itching to play, because I'm guessing he's after 2 straight wins, it feels to me like he's in that place where his game is really, really good, and he just wants to keep. You know how when you're playing good golf and you want to just go and play just to kind of stay on the high.
I don't know that at all.
You don't know that at all.
My game is like slime. So every time that you're moving your hands and you think you have the slime corralled, it starts slipping through your fingers again and you don't have anything. That's my game all the time. I don't know what it's like to hit the ball like Cale. Cale is by far the most pure ball striker in A-Flight.
Really? Really?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never played with him. He played. So the thing to mention about his round, both of his rounds, is he tore it up on the back nine both days. Fire Lake, he shot 35 on the back, which is 1 under, and then Deere Run, he shot 33 on the back, which I believe is 3 under. Because I think the par on the back at Deere Run is 36. So 4 under on, between both back nines for Cale to take it home in A-Flight is really impressive.
It's 35 at Fire Lake. It's 35-35. So he was even
Oh
par.
yeah, so even par. Okay, well, it's 3 under then. Yeah.
I was playing with Cale at Fire Lake. We were cart mates,
Mhm.
and he struggled with the driver on the front nine. He had a couple of quick hooks on the front nine and lost shots that way. And then the back nine, he was just carrying it the
Mhm.
entire time.
Yeah.
At one point, I played better towards the end of the first nine and beginning of the back nine. We were on the tee on 13, and I was up 1 against Cale. I
Mhm.
finished 12 back of Cale. I struggled, and he crushed it. He went 3-3-3-4 the last 4 holes, and that
At
was
Fire Lake.
at Fire Lake, which is 2
Okay.
under.
Yeah.
And on 18, having a 4, he was just on the fringe and hit a good putt that just barely missed. He could have went 3-3-3-3 and been 3 under at Fire Lake on the last 4 holes. That's how
Yeah.
good he hit it.
Yeah.
And then he struggled again, TPC Deere Run on the front
Mhm.
nine. I think he said he shot 43, which is 8 over.
He went 43-33 at
He went
Deere Run.
Yeah, he went 45-35, I think. 44-35. That's what he went. Yeah. So apparently he just needs to get to the course about 2.5 hours earlier.
Yeah,
than
he
he
needs
is.
to go to, the course, a course next door and play 9 holes and then come to the real course and play the tournament.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
get those first 9 holes out of the way.
In B-Flight, we had a playoff.
Yes, Bryce Mazzone from the Indy Tour. So nobody from Chicago. Bryce Mazzone from the Indy Tour beat Jesse Davis from the Milwaukee Tour. And the interesting thing to note about Bryce's round, so Jesse had the lead going into Sunday by a few shots, by I think 4 or 5 shots. Bryce shot 77, which is an awesome B-Flight score, to force the playoff. And to force that playoff, he went birdie eagle par to finish his round at Deere Run. Birdied 16, eagled the par 5 17, and then par 18, which is a tough hole to par, to force that playoff and then win it. So really impressive stuff from him.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4 on the last 3. In the
Yeah.
playoff, he hit it right down the fairway. Then, as you saw earlier in the video, just hit it to about 8 feet and just missed the putt for birdie on 1, tapped it in for par. And the guy from Milwaukee, he came up just a little short on his approach shot, chipped it to about 5 feet probably, and just barely missed the par putt to send it into extras.
Yeah, that's kind of an impressive playoff hole from both of them. I mean, it's it's tough to hit good shots in a playoff when everybody's out there watching you and everything, right? And so for Bryce to finish like that and then come right out in the playoff and just take it's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Had another playoff down in C Flight.
Yes, this one was 2 Chicago guys. So Andy Quinton going against Anthony Bernardi, and most people know Anthony Bernardi. He's our starter. So if you never knew our starter's name, it's Anthony. But Andy Quinton takes it, and this weekend was his 40th birthday as well. He and a bunch of other guys on our tour who are good friends of his all came in. There's a few people who just joined the tour to play this event so they could go on this trip for his birthday. And then Andy takes it in a playoff, shoots an 86 on Sunday. Again, great score for Sea Flight to force I believe he came into the round 3 or 4 shots back, but shot an 86 to get into the playoff and then took it home again. I believe it was just the first playoff hole. So it was over quick, but he got a nice trophy for his birthday.
Yeah, it was. He was in the fairway and just short of the green, chipped it up to about a foot and knocked it in for par. And then D Flight, somebody from Kansas, I was talking to her after the round. She's a 7.5 hour drive going back home after the win.
Wow. Did they drive home? It's because she and her husband came up to the tournament together. So did they drive home that night after the round, or do you know?
I don't know if they made it all the way home, but they were talking like they were going to make an attempt at it, as
Wow.
I
Wow.
was going to my car the same time she was going to her car. So
Wow. Yeah, that makes for a long night. But yeah, Julie Kruger from the Kansas tour. So I need to look this up. I should have probably gotten this information before we did the show. So I'll try to find this and get it out there. But I don't know. I'm not sure how many female winners we've had on the tour just in general. As far as I know, I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but I'm fairly sure that she might be the first woman to win a Chicago event, even though she's not from the Chicago tour. So I need to look that up. I want to find that out, but pretty impressive stuff from her. She shot 91 at Fyre Lake and I believe she came into the round with a 1-shot lead over Tyrone. And then everybody else, they were clear of everybody else by 4 or 5 shots at least coming into Sunday's round. A couple other people put up some lower scores in D Flight to try to chase him down, but ultimately Julie and Tyrone shot the same score Sunday, and so she held on to that 1-shot lead and took it home. But sounds like she played some pretty solid golf and led wire to wire, basically.
yeah, in the interview, she said Tyrone made a bomb from about 40 feet on 18, and it left her with about a 6-footer that she had to make or go into the playoff.
Oh,
And she drained a
interesting. Okay.
6-footer to win.
Nice. That's that takes some nerves right there. Sometimes in those situations, the 40-footer can be easier because you don't expect to make it. So then when a guy makes a 40-footer on you, all of a sudden that 6-foot putt feels like a 20-foot putt, right? So that's impressive from her.
Yeah, absolutely. Going over the points race, Champ Flight doesn't change much.
Now, Luke still got the lead.
extends his lead when Matthew Payne is on vacation for a while. Matthew's in second. You're in third. Jake Gary, who didn't make the trip either, remains in fourth. And Mason Schultz, who is the only person that can beat Kale, apparently, because he beat him in the playoff before you kicked him up to Champ Flight.
Yeah.
He finished. He's still in fifth place in points.
Yeah, but Luke's got, solid lead again with Matt not playing. And Luke picked up some points on me because he finished ahead of me. He finished third, and Mason and I tied for fourth. So Luke extended his lead on really everybody this weekend. So he's looking pretty solid for the points race.
Yeah, moving down to A Flight, Matt Fricoli passed me. He had a really good day on Saturday. However, he had an up and down round, just like Kale did. He had the exact opposite round of Kale. He shot 35 on the front, even par, and then came in with a 45 on the back to shoot 80. Kale shot 79, put Matt in the final grouping.
Yeah.
But he didn't play very well at TPC Deere Run and fell out of the money.
Right.
But still enough points to pass me.
Yeah, enough points to pass you. But Kale, is hot on your heels, both of you, because picking up 900 points, and Kale's missed some tournaments. He hasn't played in every tournament, but you pick up those 900 points for winning a 2-day major, and all of a sudden I'm looking at it now, he's only, 75 points behind you, and he's only about 105 points behind Matt. So It's interesting because I think the last show we did, I said it was a 2-horse race between you and Matt, but I guess you've got company and it's a 3-horse race now.
Yeah, well, if Kale would have played earlier in the year, he'd be blowing it out of the water right now. He
Yeah.
played 2 events early in the year prior to his playoff second win
Mhm.
in the last 3 events. So he's only played 5 events so far, and he's won 2 of them and finished second in the third one to a guy that's now in champ flight.
Right.
So, like I said, I haven't seen a whole lot of Matt's game. We haven't been paired together, but Kale is just the best ball striker that I've seen in A flight.
Yeah. Matt's got a solid game, but Matt can be a little Matt's one of those players when he's striking it and he's really striking it and he's on. And when he's not, he's not. There seems like there's no middle ground. So it's almost like his 2 9s at Fire Lake, from what I've seen, I've played a lot of golf with him, is kind of his game. He's either on and every shot is good, like he was on the front 9, or suddenly it's just not there. So if he can, and when he won his tournament down in South Carolina back in February, he was finally able to string 18 holes together and put together a good round. So Matt's biggest thing is he's got to string 18 good holes together and not 9, and he'll be all
Well,
right.
in fairness to Matt, there's a reason why we're in A flight, and that is the exact reason why we're all in A flight and not scratch golfers. So we can play scratch golf for 14 holes, but
Yeah.
there's 4 holes that will just blow up, and that's why we're a 5 index instead of a 2 index.
Yeah, fair.
Rounding out the top 5, Kale, as he says, in third. Justin holds on to his 4th place spot, and James Park, tied 11th in this tournament, holds on to the 5th place spot in A flight. Moving down to B flight, we have a new points leader.
We do. Lewis took the lead over Paul Chaplin, or Charlie as he goes by. So we have a new B flight points leader, but I mean, we got a pretty tight race here. Mike Preplica played in this event. Everybody in the top 6, actually, in the B flight played in this event. So Lewis, Charlie Chaplin, Mike Prep, Vince Gressy, Wally, and Nabil all played in this event. And so, like we were talking about and we've been talking about a lot, if you want to be up there in the points race, you got to play in all the events. And, here they are, top 6. But yeah, Lewis takes the lead, but it's still a pretty close race.
Yeah, moving down to C flight, we also have a new points leader.
Yes, Anthony taking the lead, and really, not that he didn't play good golf. He played great golf, to get into the playoffs. So he picked up 550 points for finishing second in a major. But really, the only reason Stan Mitchell lost the lead is because he didn't play. So he's still holding on for second because he's got some good rounds. He's got a couple wins under his belt. But Anthony, again, playing all the events and then finishing second in a major, takes the lead.
Yeah, Anthony, the last 2 events has been second place finishes and losing in playoffs the last 2 events. So racking up the points and playing really well, to be honest with you.
Right.
And
Yeah, I know
that's-
he's probably upset about losing 2 playoffs in a row, but you also have to be playing pretty good golf just to get into 2 playoffs, right?
Yes.
So, that's the silver lining I would tell him is, at least you're in the playoff.
Yeah, rounding out the top 5, Drew is in 3rd place. Tom is in 4th place, and Chris Bilba is in 5th place.
And Chris Bilba is our defending points race champion for C Flight as well, but only in 5th because there's quite a lot of good golf being played in the C Flight this year, it seems like. And Chris is in 5th and actually has not missed an event. So some of those higher finishes from guys like Anthony or a couple wins from Stan are bumping them up there for now. But still, it's close. Anthony's got 2,040 points. Chris Bilba's got 1,665. So, less than 400 points separating the top 5. So, and a lot of events left on the season. So, still a long way to go in the C flight.
And moving down to D flight, Patrick Kelly remains at the top, defending points champion.
Yeah. Had a pretty good weekend this weekend. I don't know. I'm looking right now where he finished. Looks like he finished somewhere around, that looks like maybe like a 4th or 5th place tie. I'm just looking at how many points he's got, 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. A pretty decent finish because I think we had like 19 people in the D flight, but good enough to hold on to the lead. And I think even extend the lead a little bit.
Yeah, running out the top 5, Michael Taylor, Brad Russick, Rimus, and Tyrone. Tyrone finishing second at TPC Deere Run bumps him up into 5th place.
Yeah. And again, though, 500 points, just doing some quick math in my head, looks like maybe 550 points separating the top 5, which again, not a lot with, what do we have? I think 6 tournaments left, one of them being a 2-day if you play the Tour Championship. Plus, there's still opportunities to play regionals. I don't know if any of those guys are playing at Scottsdale or French Lick, but 500 points with 6 tournaments left is not much. So, should be a good race in the D flight.
Well, that'll wrap up this past weekend. We have another tournament coming up this weekend, this Sunday.
We do. McRae Memorial, which is a pretty difficult golf course, but one that we've not been to it as long as I've been not just running the tour, but playing on the tour. We've not gone to McRae. I believe we played it with one of our old directors years ago. But excited to go back and give it a shot. I know it's a tough course, and everybody talks about how tough those greens are out there, but it'll be fun. So that'll be this coming Sunday in the morning, because that's all they had for us. So as of now, unless we change it with them, as of now, the first tee time is going to be bright and early at 8:30 in the morning. And I haven't updated the website yet. As of us recording this, it says there's only 26 people paid, but I had like 12 people pay today. So we're somewhere around 38, 39. I'll probably send out one more email. Maybe we can get about 50 or so. So a little bit on the smaller side as far as tournaments go, but still should be a fairly solid field on a difficult golf course.
Okay, well, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining me.
All right. Sounds great. See you Sunday.